Imagine a molecule hiding in a glass of red wine, a handful of grapes, or even a tiny berry that could protect your heart, sharpen your brain, and maybe, just maybe, slow down the aging process. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? Welcome to Power Molecules, where we uncover the tiny compounds that pack a massive punch for your health. Today, we're diving deep into the world of resveratrol, the superstar molecule that's got scientists, doctors, and health enthusiasts buzzing. Is it really the secret to a longer, healthier life? Or just another overhyped supplement? Buckle up because we're about to break it all down. Science, myths, and practical tips included. Let's start with the basics. Resveratrol is a natural compound, specifically a polyphenol, found in certain plants. Picture red grapes, blueberries, cranberries, and even peanuts. Plants produce resveratrol to protect themselves from stress, like UV radiation, infections, or harsh environments. Think of it as their built-in defense system. But here's the kicker. When we consume these plants, resveratrol might just share its superpowers with us. It first grabbed headlines because it's found in red wine. Yes, that glass of Pinot Noir might be doing more than just relaxing you after a long day. But before you start pouring, let's get to the science. So, why is resveratrol such a big deal? It's all about its potential to act like a cellular bodyguard. Resveratrol is a powerful antioxidant, meaning it neutralizes harmful molecules called free radicals that damage our cells, DNA, and tissues. These free radicals are like tiny wrecking balls, speeding up aging and contributing to diseases like cancer, heart disease, and Alzheimer's. By mopping up free radicals, resveratrol helps keep your cells in fighting shape. But that's just the start. This molecule also has anti-inflammatory properties, which is huge because chronic inflammation is like a slow-burning fire behind many modern health problems. Now here's where things get really exciting. Scientists have been studying resveratrol for decades, and some of the findings are jaw-dropping. Let's talk about the famous French paradox. Ever wonder why the French, with their love for buttery croissants, creamy cheeses, and red wine, have surprisingly low rates of heart disease? Back in the 1990s, researchers pointed to resveratrol in red wine as a possible explanation. Studies showed that resveratrol might protect blood vessels, lower bad cholesterol, and prevent blood clots. Suddenly, it wasn't just about the wine. It was about this tiny molecule working behind the scenes. But resveratrol's benefits don't stop at your heart. Let's zoom into your brain. As we age, our brain cells face oxidative stress and inflammation, which can lead to cognitive decline or diseases like Alzheimer's. Animal studies have shown that resveratrol can cross the blood-brain barrier and protect neurons, potentially improving memory and focus. In one study on mice, resveratrol boosted learning and memory in older animals. Now, we're not mice, but these findings have sparked hope that resveratrol could help keep our brains sharp as we age. And then there's the big one, longevity. Could resveratrol actually help you live longer? This idea comes from studies on a group of proteins called sirtuins, which are like the conductors of your cellular orchestra. Sirtuins regulate processes like DNA repair, metabolism, and cell survival. Resveratrol seems to activate a sirtuin called SIRT1, which mimics the effects of calorie restriction, a scientifically proven way to extend lifespan in animals. In experiments, worms, yeast, and even mice treated with resveratrol lived longer. For example, a 2006 study found that resveratrol extended the lifespan of mice on a high-fat diet by up to 30%. That's like adding decades to a human life. But hold on, does this mean we can sip red wine and live forever? Not quite, and we'll get to why in a moment. Let's talk about other potential perks. Resveratrol might help with blood sugar control, which is huge for anyone worried about diabetes. Studies suggest it improves insulin sensitivity, helping your body use sugar more effectively. There's also buzz about its role in cancer prevention. Lab studies show resveratrol can stop cancer cells from growing and even trigger their self-destruction, a process called apoptosis. Plus, it's being explored for skin health. Think anti-aging creams that fight wrinkles by protecting collagen from oxidative damage. From your heart to your skin, resveratrol seems to be a multitasker. But here's where we need to pump the brakes. As exciting as all this sounds, there's a catch, and it's a big one. Most of the mind-blowing studies on resveratrol were done in test tubes, animals, or very controlled settings. Human studies? They're a mixed bag. For example, a 2014 study gave people resveratrol supplements for 12 weeks and found improvements in blood pressure and cholesterol. But other trials showed no significant benefits for heart health or cognition. Why the inconsistency? It all comes down to something called bioavailability. When you eat resveratrol-rich foods or take a supplement, your body breaks it down quickly, and only a tiny fraction reaches your bloodstream in its active form. It's like sending a superhero to save the day, but they get stuck in traffic. This brings us to the red wine myth. A glass of red wine contains about 1 to 2 milligrams of resveratrol. Sounds nice, but studies showing health benefits often use doses of 100 to 500 milligrams, equivalent to drinking hundreds of glasses of wine a day. Not exactly practical and definitely not healthy. Plus, alcohol comes with its own risks, so relying on wine for resveratrol is a losing game. Supplements are an option, but even there, the jury's out. Some experts argue that the low bioavailability of resveratrol limits its effects in humans, while others believe higher doses or new formulations could crack the code. So, should you even bother with resveratrol? Let's get practical. First, focus on food sources. Red grapes, blueberries, cranberries, and peanuts are packed with resveratrol, plus other nutrients like fiber and vitamins. A handful of grapes or a smoothie with berries is a delicious way to get a small dose while supporting your overall health. If you're considering supplements, typical doses range from 100 to 500 milligrams per day, but talk to your doctor first, especially if you're on medications like blood thinners, as resveratrol can interact with them. Also, look for high-quality supplements with micronized or liposomal forms, which may improve absorption. Here's a pro tip. Pair resveratrol-rich foods with a healthy lifestyle. Exercise, a balanced diet, and good sleep amplify the benefits of any antioxidant. Think of resveratrol as a teammate, not a magic bullet. For example, the Mediterranean diet, rich in fruits, veggies, nuts, and yes, a little red wine, has been linked to longer telomeres, those protective caps on your DNA that we talked about in our last video. Resveratrol might just be one piece of that puzzle. Now let's address the skeptics. Some scientists call resveratrol overhyped, pointing out that human studies are limited and the longevity claims are mostly based on animals. Fair enough. Science is slow and we're still unraveling how this molecule works in our bodies. But even if resveratrol isn't the fountain of youth, its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects make it a promising player in the fight against age-related diseases. It's not about living forever, it's about living better, with more energy, a sharper mind, and a stronger heart. So, what's the verdict on resveratrol? It's a fascinating molecule with serious potential, backed by decades of research, but it's not a miracle cure. Think of it as a spark that can ignite your health when combined with smart choices. Here at Power Molecules, we're all about empowering you with science to make those choices. Want to dive deeper? Drop a comment with your questions, or tell us what molecule you want us to explore next. Maybe curcumin, astaxanthin, or something totally wild. If you loved this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a dose of molecular magic. Until next time, keep powering up your health, one molecule at a time.